Hey guys, it's Jsnow, and here's a lesson in treachery. So, what does this do? This deck relies on Agent of Treachery, which basically when it enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent, and then it has an extra effect of if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. So, what we're doing with this is we're using the Elemental package. So, what are we using? Elementals, of course. So, right here I'm using 3 Healer of the Glades. This is just generic Elemental to trigger, Risen Reef. Yeah, it gains you some life, which is good against aggro, and it's a really weird thing because late in the game it's not that great. But I do notice being able to Risen Reef and then have a bunch of Risen Reefs on the field and then play Healer of the Glade, it's just pretty awesome because then you get a bunch of triggers and you can do multiple Healer of the Glades. And you have the mana to play other things because Healer of the Glade only costs 1. 1 Teferi's Time Twist. This is kind of a win more card, but basically you can exile Agent of Treachery and replay it, which is pretty awesome. You can also exile Jace if you really want to, or definitely Risen Reef. So usually Risen Reef and Agent of Treachery are the targets with Teferi's Time Twist. 4 Bond of Flourishing. This allows you to look at a 3 permanents on top of your hand, and then you pick one, gain 3 life. It's pretty awesome. 4 Leafkin Druids. It's mana dork, and then it gains even more mana. It does double the mana if you have a bunch of elementals out. 2 Assassin Trophy to kill stuff. 4 Cloudkin Seers to draw cards, and it's elemental. 4 Risen Reefs, definitely self-explanatory, but basically this is how you ramp up the deck. 1 Jace. So why is there 1 Jace? That's because Risen Reef can get you killed. So Risen Reef allows you to draw cards basically put cards into your hand, and because of how fast it is, sometimes you deck out really easily. So there's plenty of times where the only way I was able to win is by playing Jace, because if I played anything else, I would have drew too many cards and then died. So Jace is a must-have card in this deck. And it's kind of nice to have an extra win condition that people are like, whoa, where did this come from? So it definitely works out. 2 Spark Double. This is a win more card, of course, but I would at least run 1 because being able to copy like Yarok and then go into Agent of Treachery is just too good to pass up. So Spark Double is just pretty awesome. You can also use it on Risen Reef if you want, or you can even use it on your opponent's cards that you steal just in case something amazing happens. 2 Cavalier of Thorns. Not really liking this card. It's just we don't want to have like not enough elementals, so I put Cavalier of Thorns because it does dig through your deck. So for example, if you're getting close with Jace, you can play Cavalier of Thorns. It also has reach, so you can deal with flyers. And then if it dies, you can exile it and put a card from the graveyard on top of your library, right? Yeah, on top of your library. Problem is, it's kind of overcosted because you need 3 greens, and it's an okay card, but let's say you don't have the mythics and you're trying to do this on a budget, you can definitely get away with just another elemental that I'm not running. 2 Yarok the Desecrated. This doubles the triggers of entering the battlefield cards. So obviously you want to have this out, then play Agent of Treachery, and then you'll be able to steal 2 cards. Or you can get, which actually happens pretty often, you can do Yarok, Spark Double, and then play Agent of Treachery and grab 2 cards, or 3, with Spark Double grab 3 cards, which I've had happen like a bunch of times, and it's absolutely hilarious. So Yarok is definitely cool with the Agent of Treachery. That's pretty much, and it's also elemental, so it triggers Risen Reef. 1 Command the Dread Horde. I have yet to see this be played, to be honest. It just, I either maybe don't have enough life, or just because this deck doesn't really kill things, there's nothing to really grab. So you're either discarding cards because you have too many cards in hand, and then you can resurrect cards with Command the Dread Horde, or you're lucky and your opponent maybe discards some cards and you can command. I mean, this is a very replaceable card, so just replace it with anything you think is good. So, for example, if you have an extra Hydroid Crisis, I run 2 Hydroid Crises, just throw in another Hydroid Crisis or something like that. Or you can just throw in another Healer of the Glade, so either Healer of the Glade or Hydroid Crisis will work. Next is Agent of Treachery. Run 4 of those, I already explained what that did. And then for lands, just pick out whatever lands you got. I mean, of course, you want to go with shock lands, a couple check lands. Don't overdo it on check lands. I noticed I put too many in, and then everything came intact. And then you also have life lands, which helps with Command Dread Horde. Whew, speaking way too fast. And the sideboard, we have 4 Veil of Summers. This is hexproof from blue or black. I mean, almost everybody's playing blue now, so this is a must-have. 4 Quench. This counters basically anything for 2. It's just they can pay 2 to get rid of it. But usually you'll have enough mana. They won't have enough mana depending on what they're casting, so it's an easy counterspell. I mean, if you want to run Negate or something, you can definitely run Negate. So it's really up to you if you want to run Quench. I just have Quench in there. I haven't been able to use it because I usually just kill people quicker than I can actually bother with Quench. So that's how it is, basically. It'd be like that. One Legion's End to destroy little pesky 2-cost creatures, but that's an optional card because it is a rare, so if you don't have the rare wild card, you can do something else. 2 Noxie's Grass, must have. It kills the fairies, it kills green creatures, and you gain a life. 2 Unmoored Ego, this is just in case you face Nexus of Fate or any deck that relies on 1 and 2 cards. I mean, you should be able to get it off pretty easily. And then, like, if you face Nexus of Fate, it's like GG's, because you get rid of all the Nexuses, or stuff like, or any other cards that, get pesky. And then 2 Leyline of the Voids, I mean, there's not too many graveyard decks out there at the moment. I mean, there might be some I'm not thinking of, but right now I haven't faced almost any decks where I've actually had to side in Leyline of the Void. But it's there just in case you're facing Command the Dread Horde deck, because you are kind of weak against that, because you'll have tons of things in the graveyard just from drawing too much from Risen Reef. So it's just there just in case. So next is the gameplay, so I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, and subscribe for more Magic the Gathering content. Alright, so we got a Forest. We got Hydra Crisis for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, Crisis for 9 is pretty ridiculous. And it triggers twice. Oh, no, because that's not into the battlefield. Never mind. I was about to say it triggers twice. That would have been ridiculous. Oh, man, we got a sick combo coming up. We got a good one. We definitely got a good one here. Oh, man, he's so screwed. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do Spark Double. Targeting Yarok. Come on, please let me do it. I'm gonna target Yarok and do Adria Treachery and grab all his lands. Alright. What's he doing? Oh, come on, please don't be salty. Alright, he's back. Alright, so I'm gonna choose Yarok. We're gonna play Agent Treachery. And he thinks I'm gonna go for the 10th districts. And that triggers quadruple times. Oh man. I mean, not quadruple, 3 times. Alright, where was I getting quadruple from? Oh, was it quadruple? No, because it would be 1, 1. Yeah, it's 3. So we take 3 lands. Yeah, he's like, what? He's like, what? Thou shalt not play Magic. Oh my goodness. And I get to draw 3 cards at the end of my turn, so I control 3 of his permanents. And we'll discard some lands. Yeah, game over. Ooh, that's bad. Alright, that's a lot better. We'll throw back an Overgrown Tomb. Corby 3000. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to play Overgrown Tomb tapped. And we'll go with Bond of Flourishing. So draw something else. Alright, so we'll go with Hinterland Harbor. Bond of Flourishing. Grabbing, Cloudskin Seer is pretty good. We'll grab that. So mono blue, but he didn't have a play. Alright, it's blue-white flyers. Oh, blue-white flyers. That's not even an issue. I don't play anything on my turn. That's another great part about this deck, is I don't have to worry about Fairy nonsense. The only thing that messes me up is, Fairy's Time Twist, which is pretty ironic. It's not a problem. Let's see what else he's got, though. He's gonna bounce. Actually, no, bouncing wouldn't help him at all. I mean, it'll set me back slightly, but it's not gonna do much. Alright, July. That's interesting. Now I can't target. Ah, that sucks.
No, I am not making this up.
Alright, so we'll play green. I forgot I had Assassin's Trophy still here. So you know what? I'm going to Assassin's Trophy this just because I need to be able to target him. Yeah, I need to be able to target him. So he'll get a land from that. Alright, and then we'll play Hero of the Glade. And I'm probably just going to ignore Teferi. Alright, so we got Dismal Blackwater, gain a life. Yeah, I'm going to attack him. I like a big Teferi for myself. Alright, so he's playing Elite Guard Mage. Alright, now there's no point. Just drawing cards. So yeah, this is actually blue-white flyers, I think.
Oh, I've done the hero.
It's just I don't run any of these cards. Well, here's what I run, but it's kind of self-explanatory. Alright, so we're going to do Leafkin Druid since that costs a little bit less. Just in case I draw something cool. Alright, I didn't draw anything cool, but it's not that bad. Then we're going to do Cloudskin Seer. So trigger. Oh, we got Yarok. Yarok. Alright, we're going to play this in tap. The only thing is he can bounce it. So I want to steal like a ton of stuff, but like I don't know if that's good. That's probably not a bad idea. Unless we command the Dreadhorde, which is actually the first time I'm actually going to be able to use this thing. Command the Dreadhorde to get Shalai. Alright, another weak guard mage. Alright, he draws a card. Let's see. He's going to bounce. Alright, no bounce.
Here we go.
Alright, so he attacks Elite Guard Mage, that's fine, I'm not gonna block. No point. Alright, so I can steal Teferi, so you know what, we might as well just do that. Let's just play serious here. Alright, so this, steal Teferi. Minus, bounce. Healer's Hawk. Draw a card. Play in, this tapped. We can do Bond Flourishing, I didn't even realize that. Spark Double is pretty good. And we will pass with that. Yeah, best part has to be Commander Dreadhorde is actually going to get played, I think. I wonder if he runs board wipes. Alright, another Elite Guard Mage. Goes card gains 3 life. Healer's Hawk. Alright, so he's probably gonna go all out Teferi. Alright, 2 at Teferi's fine. You know, I'll block one of them. So he's at 3, so I can bounce again. Alright, so we'll play Yarok. You know, is it worth it playing Yarok? Yeah, we can play Yarok, I guess. We'll play Yarok, triggers double Risen Reef, we got land. We got Thief Treachery, that's very good. Alright, so we're gonna play this, pay 2 life, play Spark Double, choosing Yarok, triple Risen Reef, draw 2 cards, draw 3 cards, I was hoping for lands. Leafkin Druid, yeah, we can do Leafkin Druid. Alright, triple trigger, another Agent Treachery, another Risen Reef. Not a single land, wow. And this we're gonna plus. And we're gonna pass here. Alright, so next turn is gonna be explosive. So we're gonna get rid of this. Yeah, next turn's gonna be absolutely bonkers. I think I could steal everything, depending on how much mana I have. Oh, you know what? I should have discarded Agent of Treachery. I could have got it back for 5 health. No, that'd be 7 health, actually. That's not the greatest. Oh, the Sephiroth Skyblade. I'll take that. That's gotta be the best part about these decks. It's like, oh, you got good cards? I'll gladly take them. You might screw me up if you play another Shalai, though. Alright, I will gladly take all your cards. Thank you for the donations. Alright, and he can't counter because I have Teferi, so we're going to play Agent Treachery. This triggers triple time, so we're going to do this. I'm going to grab this land. I'm going to grab this land. So yeah, thank you for your donations of your lands. And your Sarah Skyblade. And then we're going to play... Oh, we're going to play another Agent of Treachery? Oh my goodness. I thought I didn't have the mana. Alright, we'll take all your lands. Oh man. Alright, so blue, we have to go with, get rid.